I got hired at a hotel. On my first day, they gave me a horrifying set of rules. When I first saw the job in a newspaper snippet, I thought it would be life-changing. $300 per hour? Really? What could go wrong? I never could have guessed the horrifying truth about this hotel. When I started the night shift at the Evergreen Hotel, I found a piece of paper waiting for me. Written across the top in Sharpie were the words, "Rules for Employment." "What's this?" I asked Amelia, who was packing up her things. "Just the rules," she said, in an almost suspicious way. "Oh, like don't steal towels and stuff?" She grimaced. "Yeah, just stuff like that," she said nervously, pulling the bag over her shoulder. "Something like that. See you in the morning," I said with a wave. She grimaced again. "Yeah, of course." Then she muttered under her breath something that weirdly sounded like, "If you're still here." I looked up at her. She walked out the automatic doors and into the parking lot. She had a bit of a jog to her step. "If I'm still here? Of course I'll still be here. My shift doesn't end until 7 a.m. What kind of slacker does she think I am?" Shaking my head, I picked up the list of rules and began to read. If only I'd known what I was getting myself into. I turned to the first page of rules. "You are allowed one free item from the snack bar per shift. Any further items will be charged out of your wages. Do not use the elevator between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. You may see a tall man with a red suitcase standing in the lobby on occasion. Do not make eye contact with him. Just check him into room 231 and send him on his way." I froze. Why was that sentence read in particular? Don't make eye contact? It was a weird rule for a hotel and made me feel slightly uncomfortable, but I shrugged it off as nothing and continued reading the rest of the rules. "If you hear someone crying for help in the pool area after midnight, return to your office and lock the door. Do not leave until sunrise. Do not enter room 404 under any circumstances. If any guests complain that the tap water is black, tar-like, or sticky, call the hotel owner immediately. You must ID every member of the cleaning crew in the morning. If anyone does not come up in the roster, do not let them in." What the hell were these rules? I began to feel like Amelia was playing a prank on me. I continued, "We do not keep any Bibles in guests' rooms. If a guest asks to use a Bible, we keep one in the back office that they can read in the lobby. Occasionally the computer may show vacancies on the 6th floor. Do not book anyone in these rooms. The Evergreen Hotel only has 5 floors. Do not eat the cookies. They are for guests only." When I interviewed to work at the Evergreen Hotel, they'd seemed like such a mature, stable bunch. Not the type to plan out an elaborate hazing of the new employees, because that's clearly what this was. Amelia, or whoever printed this up, had decided to scare the crap out of new hires. What a cliche. Haunted hotel. I gave a small chuckle, completely oblivious to the horrifying situation I'd gotten myself into. At least now her muttered comment made sense. "If you're still here." How many new hires had they scared off before finding me? Luckily for them, I was a horror movie buff and ex-military. I didn't scare easily. Just in case this prank got out of control though, I saved the hotel owner's number to my cell phone, cursing my dyslexia a few times before I got it right. There were more rules, but I didn't read them. Instead, I walked into the lobby, poured myself a cold cup of coffee, and returned to the front desk. It would be an interesting night. Hours passed and nothing abnormal happened. Until... ding. The bell at the front desk rang. It was a little past 3. I was sitting in the back office drinking another cup of coffee